what I've learned from talking to all the predecessors before me that I've played against and younger players like you guys, feel and real are different.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the things. But always you'll pick someone's brain and find out what they're feeling, and then listen. Have you done anything different with your driving this year as an evolution, or just continuation of what you were doing?
Yeah, just a continuation. I think the one thing that I would say over the last couple of years that I've done is probably add just a couple more shots to my repertoire. I mean, you know, we've played a ton of golf together for the last decade plus, and like I was always dropping it on the inside, hitting up on it and sort of just hitting that draw the whole time, which is good and it's consistent, but sometimes it could get me into trouble as well. So just tried to play around a little bit with lower ball flights and maybe hitting it a little bit left or right at times and just trying to be a little bit more consistent. I think for me, if I can get I hit the ball far enough, so if I can just get my driving accuracy just a touch up.
Did you find that it feels like you've opened up more golf courses to your advantage, which is your driver?
Yeah.
Be able to move the ball either way now?
Absolutely. I think for me, you know, I used to have the mindset of, oh, I'm not going to go there because it doesn't suit me or I don't like it.
Correct.
Or I feel like I'm not able to play golf courses. Even if they don't suit my eye as much, I'm still able to figure out a way to get the ball around and to compete on tracks that I maybe didn't compete on.
That is correct.
Before.
So you're saying, like, even with the amount of different shots that, let's say, you've learned this year, are you still very confident in each and one of them?
Yeah, I think yes, I am. I think the more you do it, the more confident you'll become. But I think for me, especially off the tee, when I drive at my worst is when I like try to guide it.
Yeah.
That's when
you ever seen this guy drive the ball?
That's when it sort of goes
it's so
everywhere.
Impressive. I haven't been on tour in a while, so correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you go to a shorter driver?
Yeah, so I went to a shorter shaft at the start of last year.
Okay.
Yeah, so just a little more control. I probably hit it out of the middle of the face a little bit more as well.
And
more
smash
consistent.
factor went up, but you still hit the ball same distance with a shorter driver, with more control.
Yeah, more control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you actually don't swing it that much slower either. I mean,
I find you don't.
Yeah.
But what was your miss with, let's say, a longer driver? Heel or?
So I think the longer driver, when I got up to the top and it was long, it would just want to fall behind me.
Drop, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'd miss it both ways.
Yep.
I'd either push it right or I'd hit this like
slinger
big
left.
slinger left. Yeah. So I feel like with this little bit of a shorter shaft, I can keep the club just a little more in front of me on the way down.
Like your wrist locked in more from the top to the bottom.
Yeah. It just is a little more easier just to get down in front of me, and then more consistent. I can hit that fade that I haven't hit a ton. So
you guys are both interlock too, right?
Yeah.
See, I'm overlap. Oh yeah.
That was a lunch ball. That was a toe lunch ball.
It's interesting. You've always been a person that loved a square-looking driver with a stronger face at address.
Yes.
That face never got open on you at address. You like it.
I do. I like almost toe it in a little bit.
Toe it in a little bit, right?
Yeah. I've always liked that look.
Yep.
And to me as well, when I toe it in, I can't swing right. You know, so
yes, I totally get it.
It gets me to swing on the right path.
Get it. Is that pretty or what?
That is very nice.
You just chipped at 180.
So do you close your face already when you grip it, or?
I think
it's right
just
when he takes it back.
Yeah,
right when he takes it back, he'll kind of monkey around a little bit, and right before he takes it back, he gets strong.
Yeah. See, I've done that too, but then I've always kind of like snapped my wrist kind of forward before I take it back.
Yeah. So to me, it's always just I think as well, like we've talked about this, sometimes I have a tendency to get the club face going a little too open on the way back too. Yeah. So it sort of gets me feeling like the club face looks at the ball a little more on the way back.
Can you hit that little kisser cut out there?
Yeah.
You know?
A little control-y, as Nelly calls it.
Yeah, a little control-y. Yeah. Just a little mwah out there.
So I get a little closer to it, stand a little taller.
You do. That's interesting. You stand taller to it.
Yeah.
So
To
it
get
hits on the
Because I
bottom
feel
of
it when
the
I'm
pitch.
taller,
So you get on top.
I can't do that as much. So I feel like I keep my right side high.
That's interesting. So that's the way for you to feel like you're on top of the golf ball.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Before we go, can you send one?
Yeah.
You feel good enough to send one?
Yeah, I'll
I
send
know. Well, ish. How about just ish?
Ish.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, I'd sky it. There'd be a sky mark on my
It would-
driver.
Mine would have a
Oh my
mark on the
God.
top.
You missed it just a touch.
But it's still so straight.
184.
Oh my gosh, attack angle 8.6.
Yeah, but
That would give me nightmares for me.
even though when I do it, when I try and do what you just did there, right? I try and send one, my spin rate goes up every single time.
Yeah, my spin rate goes down because I just swing more up on it.
I do when I
send it.
swing up on it for some reason, I catch the bottom of the face
Right,
a lot.
okay,
So I'm
yeah.
always catching the bottom of the face, spinning it just a touch more.
Yeah.
Where do you like to live in, like spin rate?
2300.
Okay.
That's a little.
So you can go either way with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if I, like that was obviously teed up really, really high. If I
Mhm.
tee it up a little more, like closer to what you do, it should,
Yep.
the spin should come up a little bit more.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love for Rory to have that option right there. He's always had that bomb and a high one, but
Mhm.
that's like that he just added like 2 new shots to his game that he can now play. I think the reason why you've been so good in all the biggest events and all the majors,
Yeah.
they're all different, but you have so many more tee shots, and that's your weapon.
Yeah.
And now you're able to use your weapon, more often than not,
Yeah.
instead
Yeah,
of it being taken away from you.
Exactly. Yeah. Even somewhere like, I know you didn't play last year, but like LACC,
Yeah.
where it's just a different test than
Yes.
what we usually get, and
Right.
just being able to hit shots and
Yep.
figure it out. And yeah, it's definitely, it's made a big difference in my game, for sure.
Well, good stuff. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for the insight.
A little different. 2 different attack angles.
I wish I could do
Yeah,
that.
that's a good like normal.
See, that would be like the absolute most I could absolutely launch it at 4.6.
I want to see if I can launch one. There's probably no chance, but wait, you just barely put the tee in?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god. Okay.
Get that thing way up in your stance too.
Yeah, but you also aim a little for the left and left foot too.
Exactly. Woo,
Wow, look at this!
Maybe this one's gonna be my new one over trees.
Good
Oh,
spin.
you didn't get it.
Oh no.
The only one we didn't get. But your launch action came up.
Yeah, my
15
spin
You were
rate
at
went
10.
down.
Yeah.
Came up 5 degrees right there.
Wow. Not bad. Maybe that'll be
You
a new shot.
you always got to question others. How do you do it? And the thing is, what I've learned from talking to all the predecessors before me
Mhm.
that I've played against and younger players like you guys, feel and real are different.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. But always pick someone's brain and find out what they're feeling, and then listen.
Yeah.
Because you say it different ways. I hit the cut same way as you do, but I say it differently and
Yeah.
feel it differently.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
we're doing the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
And you hit a choke down, knockdown shot. That's like my little stinger that I do the same thing, but I would say it differently.
Yeah.